What's up, guys? I'm going to give you a different alternative of some food to put away. These are preserves and jam. Now, maybe somebody could tell me the difference, because I don't have a clue. My wife was trying to explain it to me, but to me, preserves and jam and jelly, to me, it's all the same. But maybe jam's thicker, preserves ain't. I don't know. All I know is it tastes good. This here, Smucker's Concord Grape Jelly, pretty big jar. I got those at Walmart. They were in the discount section for $2 each. There was like, I don't know, 24 of them. I picked them all up. And this here is Raspberry Preserve Smuckers. This is my favorite. Now, I can't get them on any Walmart. Every time I look, they're out. They don't got them. And they do have them on Amazon, but I am paying a little bit more. I usually order, I don't know, a couple here, a couple there every other week. And I keep putting these on the shelf to stock up on them. This is blueberry jelly. And this is pear preserves. It's nice and golden, isn't it? I wonder how these two are going to taste. I picked them up to try them. If I like them, I'm going back. And what I mean by going back, we have Amish people less than an hour away from me in Etheridge, Tennessee. They have everything. And I will be going back and getting some cases of these, depending on what they taste like. But I only picked up one for now. They were $4 each to see what they taste like. And eating rice and beans it's okay to have a little bit of that, but it's better to have some stuff that tastes good too. I mean, this is a treat if you think about it. You make a loaf of bread, or make it in your bread maker or whatever. You know, if the situation's down and you got flour and you got the things you need, you put a little jelly or preserves on, and somebody tell me the difference. It's going to definitely taste a whole lot better. Now, raspberry here is my favorite, and this is a preserve also. This is not a jam. I'm thinking a preserve is more liquidy than a jam. The jam is more jelly. I mean, I don't know. To me, it just tastes all the same. So this is something good to put on your shelf and stock up on if you like preserves and jelly. It does have a sugar content to it, which tastes pretty good. And, you know, 4 or 5 pieces of toast in the morning with some preserve or jelly on it gives you a kickstart to get going in the morning. So if you haven't thought about it, put some of that stuff away. It tastes good and it keeps for a long time. I also picked up these at Walmart. These were like $5.60, $5.97, I can't remember. Just a little over $5 though. And that's a pretty big container sitting in my hand there. Now these are gas 1. And you'll notice the difference in the size. You can't get these anywhere. The only way you get them is on Amazon, which really sucks. These little ones were $12 a piece. And I bought 2 of them. And you see the difference, so why pay so much? I wanted to look at them. I wanted to have a look at them. They also serve like, they also sell like 24 of them or something for $100 or something like that. It worked out to about $5 a piece. If you buy the $100 one. You buy these single ones, you pay a lot more. So, and actually there's a business in itself right there. You could go buy the $100 one and then they're selling them for 12. You could sell them for 8 or 9 and next thing you know, be making a profit. But you can see the difference in the size. And the gas one would be much better to take, you know, for a weekend camping trip or 2-day camping trip with a backpack. Just because of the weight. You know, there's almost nothing to that. Where this, you can feel it. Now, yes, you get more propane, but if you're only going for one night, well, why do you want to carry all that weight when you can carry this? You know, there is a big difference. So, but I do pick up these big ones too, just in case I can't get the smaller ones at times. And, you know, I picked up 3, but I'll pick up 2 here, 1 there, and I throw them on my shelf, and my shelf gets more and more and more of them, and, you know, it's just nice to be ahead, basically. Now, when I was out with the Amish, and I was talking to the woman. I picked up tomatoes, which blew my mind the way they still had some. They were 3 for $1, and you got to pick your own right off the table. You didn't have to go out in the field. And I picked up green peppers, $10 for a big box of green peppers. I don't know, I got like 20 of them, 25 of them, I don't know, quite a few. And I plan to make stuffed peppers with them, and then I'm going to cut the rest up and throw them in the freezer and use them for soups. But, and the tomatoes, I have tomato sandwiches with mayonnaise, salt, and pepper, toast, and eat them until I get sick of it, and then I'll switch over to salads, and then when I get down to the last remaining tomatoes, well, then we'll throw them in and make a soup out of it. But just some ideas. If you do have Amish near you, I mean, making preserves and jelly, anybody that loves canning is going to tell you that. It's not that much work. This stuff's work. My parents used to do it. And we'd sit and peel and blanch, and oh, my God. My parents used to can so much, it's ridiculous. And it's just so nice going out to the Amish and go buy your preserves or jelly already done. I mean, that looks really nice, you know. It's in the perfect size jar. You think there's a store-bought one, raspberry preserve, you know. That's actually a little bit smaller compared to the Amish, but the jars are perfectly sized. Now, I've never had Smucker's Concord grape jelly. I've never had this, ever. So I hope it tastes okay when I open it up. But this stuff is awesome for putting on a shelf. That is, like I said, if you like jam and preserves. And it might be smart to have, you know, a good couple of dozen on the shelf. If you've got kids, oh heck, 4 dozen. You know, kids like sweet stuff, so they eat that stuff up like candy. But it tastes good, and it sits on a shelf nice. Now, something to consider with this stuff, okay? It is a liquid. And last year, Texas had a freeze, and they weren't ready for it. If these freeze, the jars will break, they're no good. So you really got to consider that. You know, if the heat goes out, do you have an alternative heating source that can keep a particular room warm where you keep your canning jars? And that's actually very important. And just don't think an electric heater unless, of course, you have a generator. You know, if you have all those great toys, then you're okay. But if you don't, then you might want to consider alternatives on how to keep your canning jars warm in case it gets super cold. Now keep in mind, buying some moving blankets is a great idea. You can take them and throw them up on the door, throw them up on the windows, and just basically seal down one room. You take one room in your house and you seal it up. You run electric heat, not gas heat, not propane heat. Don't drag the barbecue in the house. No, 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 no. You will kill yourself with carbon dioxide. So when you run the electric heat in that one room off a generator, that is the safest. Then you're not using as much power off the generator, saving gas and only keeping that one room warm. If I didn't have a generator, and you had these sitting there ready to get cold, it would be very, very scary on what's going to happen to your preserves, especially if you got a lot of them. Let's say you got, 40 jars. That's a lot of jars. And that's crazy. Maybe you guys give some suggestions in the comments section. I mean, if you've got a bunch of preserves and jam on the shelf, the power goes out, it's freezing, you have no heat, no electricity, what would you do to keep these warm? Do you definitely need to have a generator and an electric heater and that's it? Nothing else will do? That's what you have to have? Or is another way to keep these warm without these cracking and breaking and destroying them, because, this stuff ain't cheap at $4 a jar. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And if you do go camping, You know, you can get these big ones at Walmart right now for a little over $5. But these are better, but you got to buy them in quantity and got to pay over $100 to get them. So, because when you buy them singly, it's like way too much money. So there's some ideas. I would like your ideas on how to keep them from breaking if all of a sudden, like I said, no heat. What would you do? Especially you got no generator. Would you start wrapping them in sleeping bags? If you have sleeping bags, what would you do? Or is a generator the only way to keep them from breaking? Anyhow, catch you guys on the next one.